Kathryn Stelljes with Seeking the Best, and I'm here today to talk to you about my favorite planners that I use. So as you can imagine, I've been selling real estate for 18 years. I've definitely tested some planners to see what works best for me. And there's two that I really like that I'm going to tell you about. My method for planning my week is really, I sit down on Saturday morning with a physical planner and I write out what I'm going to be doing for the week and my goals. And then I put it into my Google Calendar. So that act of doing that allows me to really see my priorities. It's a tangible thing with a pen in hand. It's just it's sort of a routine and a ritual that I have every Saturday morning that helps me keep focused. So the two best planners that I've found it's the 12-week year planner and the bold planner. So the first one I'm going to share with you is the 12-week year. So if you're not familiar, there's a book that is the concept is basically that you're planning out your year. Instead of planning out the whole year, you're planning it out in 12-week batches. And that way it allows you to focus on a shorter term goal that you're more likely to hit instead of thinking this big picture goal that you're already behind after week one. So what I like about this planner is that it breaks down the weeks and it has a place for you to prioritize your week. Like, what are your big goals and how you're going to achieve them? And then you're actually giving like a score as to how important it is, essentially. And then each day it has a page for the day to then list out the priorities based on these goals. And then your actual like to-do list. It has space for appointments. It has an opportunity at the bottom to share your wins with yourself and kind of recap the day. And then what's tomorrow's number one priority? So based on today and how I did, then what do I need to prioritize for tomorrow? And then at the end of the week, it has a space for you to recap and actually score yourself. So if you're really into grades, if you were like one of those students in school where you had to have an A, this is a really good way to just grade yourself every week and know if you're on track for your goals. So I like that it gives you an opportunity to write down what was your biggest achievement, what was challenging this week, what will you do differently, and imagine you're talking to a friend and share some encouraging thoughts with them, and then ranking yourself. Like at the beginning of the week, you said that each of these categories were worth X points. How did you do? And so, you know, if you're into grades, anything less than like a 90%, and then you're not doing so great. So that's the 12-week year goal planner. I like this one. It's also easy to carry. It's really lightweight and it's paperback. So that one's nice. The thing is you have to buy one every quarter because it's only 12 weeks. So I used it for a while. I really like the format, but I went back to my favorite one this year, which is the Bold Planner. So the Bold Planner it's part of MAPS Coaching Bold class. They put together a planner. It's a lot bulkier. As you can see, this isn't necessarily something you're going to carry around with you all every day, although I have been, but it's definitely chunky. But it's got tabs for each month, so it's easy to navigate to where you are. And what I like about this is, let me get some papers out of there. What I like about this is if you're familiar with the 411, that's a Keller Williams goal setting tool. It has it already printed in here. So you don't have to go find another place to write out your goals if you're already using a 411. It's built into this planner. And so you write out each month. Again, it's a ritual that I have. I'm going to write out my annual goals and then my monthly goals. And then it gives you space for the weekly goals. And then it has a full, like a full month view. So you can put in any big, vacation or any important dates. It gives you some space for notes. And then it has like a typical planner where you've got each day of the week and the times and what you'll do. So it's a little bit different than the 12-week year. It gives you space to write priorities down. Like, see, again, you've got priorities, to-do list, appointments, but it doesn't give you space to actually like write out from 9 to 10, I'll be doing this. From 10 to 11, I'll be doing this. So if you like more of a traditional planner, the Bold Planner gives you space to do that and has all the way from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. So it also sort of forces you to stop working at 6 if you're just keeping within this time frame. And then what I like also about this is at the bottom, it's kind of small, but it says contacts, appointments, listings taken, buyers gained, number in your database, how many under contract listings, and buyers. It forces you to track stuff every day. So if you're not tracking your numbers, this is a good way to start. is just to write it down here. Even if you don't have like a fancy spreadsheet for it or anything, it just forces you to see like, how many people did I actually talk to today? How many people do I have under contract? And then it gives you space to write goals or notes on the side here. I guess the only thing I don't like about this is it doesn't give me like, it doesn't give me a space to write a to-do list per se, like the other one does. So I can write in my schedule for the day, but it doesn't really have a spot to put like the little to-dos. Now you could write it over here in the success goals area, but you're going to run out of room if you're writing down your to-do list every day. So you still have to have a separate place to put those little tasks that have to get done. But I found, again, it's bulkier. I still like it better. It gives me an actual planner. It gives me a routine to sit down and really think through my big picture goals for the entire year and then break them down monthly. So that's my favorite planner. I've been using it for quite a few years now. I test different ones out periodically to see which one, maybe there's some new one that works better. This is the best one I found. Again, I'm really bought into the Keller Williams models and systems. So using the 411 tool, having it already built in, that's really a big deal for me. Oh, and then one other thing on the back end of the month, it gives you a reflection space as well. Similar to the 12-week year where you at the end of every week, you were kind of recapping how you did. This gives you a recap space for the month. And it says, did I accomplish my 411 goals? Am I on track for the year's goals? What's the gap? So it forces you to think about your goals on a regular basis if you use it consistently. So that's all I've got for you today. Subscribe to our podcast, Seeking the Best, wherever you listen to podcasts.